Chun, leader of the investigation squad, questioned the meaning of their senseless battle, especially when the demonic cult was scheming behind the scenes. He expressed his disapproval of their actions. For a brief moment, Yun mistook him for Kwang. Based on the novel's plot, Chun was the character who was about to be robbed by Kwang. Suyun explained her intervention, stating that she had stepped in because she witnessed someone being oppressed for speaking the truth. She revealed that Yun was being poisoned in an attempt to silence him at the Tang clan. Chun, addressing Segun, inquired about the truth of Suyun's claims, seeking confirmation from the young patriarch. Segun, shifting his gaze to his brother Zhang, noticed Zhang lying unconscious with foam coming from his mouth. He couldn't help but wonder about what happened to Zhang. Yun spoke up, expressing his intentions of creating nutritious food to help the powerless and the poor avoid sickness. He hoped that the young patriarch would uncover the truth and restore the honor of the Tang clan. Segun, in disbelief, defended the honor of the Tang clan, declaring that the Tang clan of Sichuan was an honorable clan and rejecting Yun's claims. Yun, struggling and coughing, pondered Segun's unwavering faith. He believed that Segun, a prodigy focused on studies, lacked an understanding of the complexities of the world. Yun emphasized the dangers of blind faith and urged Segun to open his eyes and see the sincerity in his words. Yun suddenly collapsed, losing consciousness. Before his eyes closed, he caught a glimpse of Suyun's gaze. In that fleeting moment, he couldn't help but notice her beautiful and captivating face. He found her attractive, noting that her features were exactly his type. In the deep of the night, Yun awoke on his bed, reflecting on his recent experience. He pondered the effectiveness of the turtle breathing technique in controlling his breathing and body temperature, feeling as though he had narrowly escaped death. Concerned about his treatment by the Tang clan, he wondered about their intentions towards him. Suddenly, a mysterious voice addressed him, prompting Yun to turn towards the source with a sense of fear. As he observed the man before him, he recognized the distinctive dragon headband and white dragon sword. Identifying the man as Taimu Kwang, Yun trembled in the presence of Kwang, acknowledging the immense pressure emanating from him. Kwang, curious about Yun's situation, questioned why he appeared defeated, especially considering Yun's more capabilities against someone like Zhang. Yun realized that Kwang could see through his facade, understanding the depth of his skills. Kwang, perceptive as ever, expressed suspicion towards Yun's sudden emergence in the midst of the chaos caused by the demonic cult and the rumors of a fake treasure map. He probed Yun for an explanation, noting the unusual circumstances. Stuttering and feeling intimidated, Yun tried to downplay his abilities, claiming to be just an ordinary merchant. However, Kwang, exuding a strong aura, doubted Yun's claim of being an ordinary merchant, intensifying the tension in the room. As fear consumed Yun's thoughts, he realized that being suspected of being a spy could lead to dire consequences. His neck will be cut, just like in his own novel. Desperate for a solution, he frantically tried to think of a way to navigate the situation. Yun decided to present himself as someone seeking to meet Taimu Kwang, praising him as the great warrior and hero of Murim. However, Kwang, unsheathing his sword, found Yun's claim even more suspicious. With a trembling voice, Yun quickly responded, expressing that he possessed the power to see into the future, which was why he sought the help of the renowned white dragon martial god, Kwang. He pleaded for Kwang's assistance, emphasizing that Kwang was the hero destined to save Murim in the future. With his sword pointed at Yun's neck, Kwang warned him to stop with the nonsense if he was attempting to deceive him. Yun confidently referred to Kwang as the successor of the White Sword Martial God and the White Dragon Martial God. Intrigued, Kwang questioned how Yun knew about his lineage. Yun reiterated his claim of being able to see the future. Curious, Kwang asked if Yun had seen who he would be his enemy in the future. Yun, putting on an innocent and foolish expression, contemplated his response. He realized that he had made it halfway through his plan, but wondered what exactly Kwang wanted to know. Should he mention the black-faced enemy that would appear later, or should he refer to the demonic cult? Uncertain of the desired answer, Yun decided to play it safe. He replied, admitting that he hadn't been able to see it clearly. The future often appeared blurry or out of context, making it difficult to provide a definite answer. Kwang sheathed his sword, intrigued by Yun's words. He asked Yun what he needed his help with. Yun explained that the Tang clan was attempting to overpower the Five Virtues Trading Company, and no one in Sichuan had the ability to stand up against them. However, Yun believed that the future hero of Murim, the White Dragon martial god Taimu Kwang, would be able to stop them. Kwang remained suspicious, causing Yun to wonder why he was so skeptical. Despite the doubts, Yun knew there was no other choice. He stood up and declared that he would prove his claims. Kwang asked how Yun planned to do so. Yun confidently replied that he would help Kwang find the tomb of the astral phantom thief. At the bustling Five Virtues tea shop, customers filled the space, including Kwang's allies who had gathered to enjoy tea. Yun, curious about their thoughts, asked for their opinion on the tea shop. Sang, impressed, expressed that it was his first time encountering a tea shop like this. Yun then shared the story behind the shop's creation, explaining that it was a result of the Five Virtues Trading Company's unwavering determination for success. However, the Tang clan's greed had forced him into a difficult situation. Sang, angered by the Tang clan's actions, condemned them as daylight robbers, recognizing the efforts and challenges involved in designing and building such a tea shop. Yun observed Sang's enthusiasm, noting his passion for these kinds of endeavors. Sang complimented the incredible taste of the tea, remarking that Yun's true talent might lie in his business sense rather than his ability to see the future. Before Yun could respond, Hu approached him, urgently needing to speak with him. Yun excused himself from the conversation, acknowledging that he needed to attend to Hu's matter. Hu approached Woon, puzzled by the situation unfolding before them. He questioned Woon about his sudden poisoning and unexpected entry into the Tang clan. Hu was also curious about the identities of the people present at the tea shop. Woon explained that the individuals were the promising talents of the Murim Alliance. Hu was taken aback, realizing that they were different from the members of the Azure Heaven Unit. Woon clarified that they were part of a group called the Uncanny Heroic Squad, distinct from the investigation team. Through them, Woon had been able to gather information about the Murim Alliance's activities. Xian, joining the conversation, inquired if Woon had discovered the reason behind the Murim Alliance's presence in Sichuan. Woon confirmed that the Murim Alliance was attempting to decipher a treasure map leading to the tomb of the astral phantom thief, which was believed to be located in Sichuan. Xian expressed disbelief, questioning the existence of the tomb of the astral phantom thief. Woon confirmed that the Murim Alliance believed in the tomb's existence, attributing the treasure map to their cult. The Alliance was deciphering the map to locate the tomb, sending their members on the quest. Xian, skeptical about a treasure map revealing the tomb's location, doubted that such a map would originate from their cult. Woon agreed, sharing Xian's sentiment and suggesting that the spy within the Murim Alliance was not affiliated with their cult. Woon declared his intention to investigate further, determined to gather more information by infiltrating the Uncanny Heroic Squad, the group at odds with the Azure Heaven Unit. He believed that if they could find and occupy the tomb before the squad, it would greatly benefit their cult. Suddenly, Zhang arrived, apologizing for the interruption, and informed Woon that someone from the Tang clan was searching for him. Woon, frustrated by the continued involvement of the Tang clan, wondered if Zhang, that troublesome, had not yet speaking the truth. Woon asked Zhang to lead the way, preparing to face the Tang clan once again. Go, go.